A church is a hospital for sinners, not a museum for saints. A fanatic is one who can't change his mind and won't change the subject. A man's ethical behavior should be based effectually on sympathy, education, and social ties and needs. No religious basis is necessary. Man would indeed be in a poor way if he had to be restrained by fear of punishment and hope of reward after death. All religions are founded on the fear of the many and the cleverness of the few. All thinking men are atheists. Among politicians, the esteem of religion is profitable. The principles of it are troublesome. An atheist believes that a hospital should be built instead of a church. An atheist believes that deed must be done instead of prayer said. An atheist strives for involvement in life and not escape into death. He wants disease conquered, poverty vanished, war eliminated. Biblical backing for Mormon behavior is easy to find, although Mark Twain is reported to have denied its legitimacy to a Mormon. The Mormon claimed polygamy was perfectly moral, and he defied Twain to cite any passage of Scripture which forbade it. "Well," said Twain, "how about that passage that tells us no man can serve two masters at the same time?" Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. But who prays for Satan? Who, in 18 centuries, has had the common humanity to pray for the one sinner that needed it most? Christians, like slaves and soldiers, ask no questions. Do all you can to preach the gospel, and if necessary, use words. Even if a unity of faith is not possible, a unity of love is. For good people to do evil things, it takes religion. Forgive, O Lord, my little jokes on thee, and I'll forgive thy great big joke on me. God has no religion. He died, not for men, but for each man. If each man had been the only man made, he would have done no less. I believe that religion, generally speaking, has been a curse to mankind. I came to the conclusion long ago that all religions were true, and also that all had some error in them. I do not feel obliged to believe that the same God who has endowed us with senses, reason, and intellect has intended us to forego their use. I do understand what love is, and that is one of the reasons I can never again be a Christian. Love is not self-denial. Love is not blood and suffering. Love is not murdering your son to appease your own vanity. Love is not hatred or wrath, consigning billions of people to eternal torture because they have offended your ego or disobeyed your rules. Love is not obedience, conformity, or submission. It is a counterfeit love that is contingent upon authority, punishment, or reward. True love is respect and admiration, compassion and kindness, freely given by a healthy, unafraid human being. I don't like religion much, and I am glad that in the Bible the word is not to be found. I don't want to go to heaven. None of my friends are there. I like your Christ. I do not like your Christians. Your Christians are so unlike your Christ. I think it pisses God off if you walk by the color purple in a field somewhere and don't notice it. I would rather have a mind opened by wonder than one closed by belief. I'd take the awe of understanding over the awe of ignorance any day. If a man really believes that God once upheld slavery, that he commanded soldiers to kill women and babes, that he believed in polygamy, that he persecuted for opinion's sake, that he will punish forever, and that he hates an unbeliever, the effect in my judgment will be bad. It always has been bad. This belief built the dungeons of the Inquisition. This belief made the Puritan murder the Quaker. If it weren't for Christians, I'd be a Christian. If you have two religions in your land, the two will cut each other's throats. But if you have 30 religions, they will dwell in peace. In every country and in every age, the priest has been hostile to liberty. He is always in alliance with the despot, abetting his abuses in return for protection to his own. Is God willing to prevent evil, but not able? Then he is not omnipotent. Is he able, but not willing? Then he is malevolent. Is he both able and willing? Then whence cometh evil? Is he neither able nor willing? Then why call him God? Is it fair to be suspicious of an entire profession because of a few bad apples? There are at least two important differences, it seems to me. First, no one doubts that science actually works, whatever mistaken and fraudulent claim may from time to time be offered. But whether there are any miraculous cures from faith healing beyond the body's own ability to cure itself is very much at issue. Secondly, the expose of fraud and error in science is made almost exclusively by science. But the exposure of fraud and error in faith healing is almost never done by other faith healers. Isn't it enough to see that a garden is beautiful without having to believe that there are fairies at the bottom of it too? It is the test of a good religion, whether you can joke about it. It is when we notice the dirt that God is most present in us. It is the very sign of his presence. Just because you believe in something does not mean that it is true. Lighthouses are more helpful than churches. Man is a religious animal. He is the only religious animal. He is the only animal that has the true religion, several of them. He is the only animal that loves his neighbor as himself and cuts his throat if his theology isn't straight. He has made a graveyard of the globe in trying his honest best to smooth his brother's path to happiness and heaven. The higher animals have no religion, and we are told that they're going to be left out in the hereafter. I wonder why. It seems questionable taste. Men never do evil so completely and cheerfully as when they do it from religious conviction. Morality is doing what is right, no matter what you are told. Religion is doing what you are told, no matter what is right. No amount of belief makes something a fact. No man ever believes that the Bible means what it says. He is always convinced that it says what he means.